Keith, look at their DM, Keith.
Look at the DM. Yeah, it's me, you, Nagel. No, Nagel's not in here. It's me.
Yeah. Thank you. Keith, what's your alarm sound?
Being a friend.
That's necessary.
Mine.
No, I heard it play, so. It's a song. It's a K-pop song, I think.
Oh.
Same thing. I know you do.
Ooh, do you like those K-pop girls? Those flat-chested, no ass having. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Hey, whatever it takes.
Yeah, I respect it. Where is he going?
Where are you going?
Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I cannot breathe. I cannot sleep tonight.
I ever said.
We're not doing that. We weren't doing that, Brian. Okay?
I'm sorry if you were misled.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stream and I'm probably gonna have to mute Brian or something.
Why?
What?
What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong?
What didn't you do wrong?
Be house speaker. I have to cut my nails.
Keep talking.
Forgot about me. I'm just trying to
The Yankees at the New York Mets.
What's the line on the game?
Ooh, I think the Yankees are favored to salvage the game. I would say Yankees minus 125.
Is there a split?
A split?
Yes.
I'm not going to do a spread for baseball. That's kind of gay.
Yeah.
Oh. Polo grounds. Le Polo ground. And we're on MLB Network. Quick counts are on.
Let Brian be home field.
Ooh, and we're going to make it interesting. It's going to be pouring down fucking rain. James Paxton takes on Marcus Stroman. This is going to be fun. At Marcus Stroman, the former Mariner. Let's go. Alright. Looks good. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. We're going to make Gio start. Alrighty, boys. Looks good to me.
Back, boys.
Oh, come on, Keith. You knew you liked that pitch.
Alright, guys. The Yankees take on the Mets in the Polo grounds. James Paxton will be taking on Marcus Stroman. Keith is in the background talking. He is Asian.
And he does.
I'm going to have to talk a little less than a mile a minute. Because my voice is kind of strained, but... In steps Gio Urshela. He has been pretty unimpactful on the series, as Marcus Stroman gets set for first pitch here in the pouring down rain in the Polo grounds. And I need to not be a team. That would make it sense.
That would make sense.
Here's the pitch from Marcus Stroman to Gio Urshela. That's in there, swung on and missed. It's a 1-2 count now to Gio Urshela. Here's the pitch home from Stroman. He deals, that's hit on the ground to the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. And he throws on to first to Pete Alonso for the first out of the inning.
Ahmed is commonly known for being a terrorist in the Ackerman household.
Not again.
And that'll bring up Baldy Gardy. It's a 3-2 count now for Marcus Stroman and Brett Gardner here in the top of the first. And that's chopped on the ground, handled by the pitcher Marcus Stroman and thrown onto first base for the second out of the top half of the inning. And in kept the slugging DJ LeMahieu. He had a .375 on-base percentage last year in 2018. He's yet to play baseball in 2020. Very sad. It's a 1-2 count now to Nate. 20, whatever. Who cares? Pitch home, it's fouled away. Yeah, you just play your dang game, color commentator. It's funny how the color commentator is a white guy. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. It's a 1-2 count. That's hit on the ground, and that'll get through for a base knock into left field. Dang, that left fielder really playing shallow. As look at those bullpens right in the middle of the outfield. That's beautiful. That's a sight to behold here. What neighborhood was the Polo Grounds in? Or is the Polo Grounds in, I should say?
No clue.
What neighborhood was the Polo Grounds in?
Upper Manhattan.
Mount Olympus, mine said.
Oh. It says Upper Manhattan on Wikipedia. 2-2 count now.
Mount Olympus is like a city? Or like a community?
I said
neighborhood.
It said what neighborhood was.
And he walks, and that'll be the
Grounds in.
The Polo Grounds. And it'll be bases loaded with 2 away here for Giancarlo Stanton. It's a 1-1 count now to Stanton in the top half of the first inning in a 0-0 ball game. Here's the pitch from Stroman. That's hit on the ground, fouled back, and it'll be a 1-2 count now from Stroman to Giancarlo Stanton. Stanton made here by way of trade from Miami, Florida. As he strikes out looking, we'll go to the bottom half of the first. McNeil, Rosario, Pete Alonso coming up to bat.
Giancarlo Stanton, the man with 2 names, even better hands.
And James Paxton is pitching here to Tony Gwynn. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and that's swung on and fouled down the first base, or down the third base line rather. It's a 2-2 count again, and we'll start it all up over. Here's the pitch from Paxton, former Seattle Mariner. That's hit into center field, handled by Gardy Yardy. That's 483 to deep center field. We'll see if anybody can hit it. Here comes Ahmed Rosario. It's a 1-2 count now to Rosario. James Paxton. What's something James Paxton's known for, Keith? Come on.
Maple Leafs.
No. The Eagle landed on him in Seattle.
I asked Keith.
Oh,
He's known for Philadelphia.
Let's go. 3-1 count now to Pete Alonso with 2 away here in the inning. Keith, you're really not helping me with this commentary, man. I'm disappointed.
He's too busy.
Yeah, maybe you're too busy smoking cigarettes. That's what you're doing. You're too busy smoking cigarettes.
No.
I did to deep left field. That went about 440 feet, folks, and it's an out. We'll go to the second inning. Dang, Nayer and OBR will really be dealing with this for a whole season.
Bro.
That's so unfortunate. Home run numbers are going to be fucked.
Keith, pause. Marcus got Lindor in his post game.
That's so lucky.
Go check the show.
Bro, what?
no way.
Wow. And he swings and misses there for the first out of the top of the second.
Francisco Lindor was once a rumor to come to the New York Mets.
Yeah, that was a stupid fucking rumor. No offense.
And now Mark has him.
The rich get richer.
Let's go. Let's go, Mark. Good for Mark.
That's what you get for playing 8 days on the game.
A 3-2 count now to Gary Sanchez. He strikes out swinging there. It'll be 2 away. And in steps the pitcher, James Paxton.
When did you put Hector Rondon in?
Hector Rondon. 2 accent marks on that dude's name. Here's the pitch. And that is going to get down. James Paxton's going to have a hit, and that's going to roll till tomorrow. James Paxton's going to turn and head for third. No, he's going to hold up at second. And have a runner on second with 2 away. And here steps Gio Urshela, and that is going to get down for a base knock. In comes the runner, James Paxton. Paxton is safe. And it's a 1-0 New York Yankees ball game here in the top of the second. Thank God. I betted on the Yankees.
Not stealing home.
Here's a 3-2 count. That's fouled away down the line. Nearly a home run. What a field. That is 279 to left field, folks. Here's the pitch. That's fouled away. What a shame they tore this down. 3-2 count. That's hit on the ground. Easily handled by the shortstop. Ahmed Rosario throw on to first. Pete Alonso will handle it. And we will go to the bottom half of the second in a 1-0 New York Yankee ball game.
You know what, Rev? I got New York in this game. So.
Thanks, Brian. Thank you. See,
I have
hey,
New York too.
you heard it here from the experts.
Nice pull.
So, Ryan, who do you have in this game?
I have the New York.
What's
Yeah,
their mascot?
Keep saying it.
The New Yorks.
The New Yorks.
Yeah, the Metropolitans.
My co-commentators fell in the air for my very sore throat. I appreciate it.
Keith, who do you have for this game?
Mets at bat. Pete Alonso, good guy.
Keith,
Pete Alonso,
who do you
hit
have
home.
for this game?
Pete Alonso, home
So I
run.
think is it even split 2-2?
1-1.
Rev, who do you have?
I got the Yankees, man. I betted on them.
So it is even split 2-2. Me and Brian with the Mets, and Keith and Rev for the Yankees.
Okay,
I just think
please
the
stop
pitching matchup
commentating. It
is...
hurts
Oh,
my
and that's
ears.
airmailed into right field, and the runner's going to
Make an
advance to
error.
second.
Make an error.
Aaron Judge can't get the ball in time, and that's going to be scored an error on the catcher, Gary Sanchez.
More like error judge.
Aaron Judge didn't commit the error, Brian, but thank you.
Gary error.
I wish you knew what was going on in the game.
I have no idea.
Okay, guys, we got a runner on second with one away here. Here's James Paxton, pitch. Brandon Nimmo batting. In the bottom of the second, and he swings and misses on the ball outside of the zone. It's a 1-2 count now with one out here in the bottom of the second and a 1-2 New York Yankee ball game. Here's the pitch home, the 1-2. That is hard hit, and that is going to be gone! Brandon Nimmo has homered in every game of this series, and he makes it a 2-1 Mets ball game.
Let's go. Fish, fish, fish.
Brandon Nimmo, it makes my voice hurt as the Mets take a 2-1 lead. This would be so embarrassing if the Mets sweep the Yankees. Pardon me, folks. Here's a 2-1 home. That's hard hit. That one's down the line, and that is gone.
Back to back.
What a short porch as Mikey Conforto goes yard. It's a 3-1 Mets ball game. James Paxton not looking good. I mean, those would be outs anywhere else, but Paxton's getting cucked, and now it's two-way as that's a three unassisted ground ball. And in steps the pitcher Marcus Stroman as Paxton really wants to get out of this damn jam.
Keith, I couldn't move.
Alright, guys, fill the airtime. That's hard hit.
I'm above baby and I dance like a man.
And handled in right center field by Brett Gardner. And we'll go to the third inning. 3-1 New York Mets.
Oh, New York really came out strong that inning.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think New York should win.
Oh,
this
do we
one,
got
guys.
Dimmy and Nagel on the stream? I think we got 5 viewers. Let's go. I'll shout you guys out if you donate to my Twitch stream.
Go on Lopez in.
And that's hard hit to center field. That is going to be handled there by the center fielder for the first out of the inning.
Michael Trout.
We got 7 viewers, folks. This is getting pretty intense. Here steps the right fielder, Aaron Judge. It's a 1-1 count. Now, this is the most viewed stream so far. I guess the timing really worked. That's going to be handled there by the right fielder, Mike Conforto. Nope. That's not Mike Conforto.
Not Mike. It's Brandon Nimmo.
It's Brandon Nimmo. Alright, guys, I'm working on it. In steps the shortstop, Gleyber Torres. It's a 1-1 count in the top of the third. Here's the pitch from Stroman. That's fouled away. And it'll be a 1-2 count now here in the top of the third. What's up, Evan? How you doing, man? That'll be taken outside. It's a 2-2 count now. And here's the pitch home. And that is hard hit into center field for a base knock.
Keith, that reminds us of this game.
It's a 3-1 count now to Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo.
Here's the pitch home to Stanton. That is fouled away. It's a 3-2 count now. It's full with a runner on first base. Two-way here in the top of the third. That is fouled back. I would be so remiss if the Yankees actually lost another game, because I bet 2 on them. And it's a 3-2 count now to Stanton with a runner on first. Pitch, and he takes ball 4, so he'll be aboard now for Luke Voit. Luke Voit will have runners on first and second. Here's a 3-1 count down to Luke Voit. That is hard hit, popped up, Catcher will handle it. Wilson Ramos is right under it, and it's out. Yeah, keep saying Yankee, Nagel.
Yankee, Yankee, Yankee.
Yankee, 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 Yankee. Here comes Jeff McNeil.
Out to the ball.
It's the bottom of the third. It's bottom of the third. Here's the pitch at home, as that is going to be handled there by the third, by the shortstop Gleyber Torres. By the second, by the third, here's the shortstop Gleyber Torres.
I'll take third.
It's a 2-2 count now to Ahmed Rosario. Who bet on a Mets sweep?
I did.
Nice aids.
I'm pretty sure a few other people
2-2
did too.
count now home to Rosario. That's handled there by the third baseman Gio Urshela. Thrown on to first, Luke Voigt for the second out in the bottom of the third. In steps Polar Bear Pete Alonso. It'll be a 1-1 count now from Paxton Alonso. Here's the pitch. It's swung on. Hard hit. Carrying to right field, and that is going to be gone. A weak hit fly ball for a home run for Pete Alonso. And it's 4-1 New York Mets. Jesus Christ. Wow.
I guess you could say home field advantage.
I guess you could say. The Mets were indeed based off of the New York Giants baseball team in their creation, so this is metaphorically their home field.
Get it? Metaphorically?
Shut the fuck up. 1-1 count now to Gary Sanchez. That's fouled away. It's a 1-2 count now to Sanchez here in the top of the fourth. In a 4-1 Mets ball game, that's also fouled away. I don't know what the Mets bats are doing that the Yankees bats aren't doing, but the Mets have not really had any strong hit balls, as that is in for a ball.
Keithy's a common, by the way.
Pitch home, and that is outside for a ball. It'll be a 3-2 count now to Gary Sanchez. And here is the pitch home from Mark Stroman, and that is hit on the ground to the third baseman. Mishandled, but then handled and thrown on to first Pete Alonso for the out. A good recovery there by the third baseman. As here steps the pitcher James Paxton, looking to get something going for these New York Yankees. It's really looking bad for their hopes and their series and their dreams, as that's hit on the ground to the third baseman again. Busy out there at the hot corner, thrown on to the cold corner for the second out of the inning.
What a call.
And
never heard a better call than that one before.
Thank you. Here's the pitch to Gio Urshela. It's a 3-1 count now. Ball outside. Brett Gardner awaits on deck. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be hit on a line to the shortstop Ahmed Rosario and handled. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Ramos Nimmo Conforto coming up to bat. Watch out for Brandon Nimmo, folks. Here is Wilson Ramos for the New York Mets. It's a 2-2 count to Ramos. Pitch home, and that's low. It'll be a 3-2 count now to Wilson Ramos. From James Paxton here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's the pitch home, as that's hit foul right down the line, and that'll start it all up again. Pitch home, fouled away. Gary Sanchez, the Yankee, cold cut. 3-2 count home, fouled away. No way. This will be the ninth pitch of the at-bat. Let's see if you can wrap him up. Pitch home to Gary. Or, not Gary, Wilson Ramos. Okay, guys, fill the airtime. That's popped up to the catcher Gary Sanchez for the first out of the inning.
Keith is actually scoring runs this game, as Ketel Marte has 2 homers.
Here comes Brandon Nimmo as he swings and misses on a strike out of the zone for the second out of the inning. In comes Mikey Conforto. 1-1 pitch to Mikey Conforto. It's taken for a strike. It'll be a 1-2 count. I wish I could hop on to call. You got to get a PS4, buddy. That is hard hit down the line. Foul, right field.
Who doesn't have a PS4, buddy?
Evan. 1-2 count now to Mikey, and that's swung on and missed. Handled by the catcher Gary Sanchez. Needs a clean throw. He hasn't had him all day, and he gets him. We'll go to the fifth. Here comes Brett Gardner, a 1-1 count now from Marcus Stroman. Too much money. Alright. I hope dinner's good tonight because I'm getting fucking hungry. 1-2 count now, home. That's fouled away.
Whose name effing hungry?
Hey, don't swear.
Got you.
Pitch home, and that is hit into center field. He's going to make a big turn. Will he go to third? He will not go to third. He'll be in there with a double. With no outs, maybe the Yankees can finally get something going. Here comes DJ LeMahieu into bat. Keith, check your DM or your trades or something whenever you're done. That's handled by Marcus Stroman, thrown on to first for the first out of the top of the inning. And in steps Big Aaron Judge. Pitch home. That's hard hit, and that's going to get down. A runner's going to score, as that's going to carry till tomorrow all the way to the bullpen. Runner's going to go. He's going to chug-a-chug-a-choo-choo. Is he going to come around and score? He's coming home, and that is an inside-the-park home run. What a time for Big... What a time. It's a 4-3 ball game, as that's going to carry to deep left field. Michael Conforto is not going to get there, and he's going to round second base. You got to love the Polo grounds. He's in there for a triple, folks, with one away. It's a 4-3 Mets ball game. The Mets are blowing this. In steps Giancarlo Stanton with one away and a runner on third. As that's taken for a strike, it's a 1-2 count now to Stanton from Marcus Stroman. This is a huge inning for the Yankees in this series if they want to salvage the Game 3. That's outside. It's a 2-2 count now to Stroman, or to Stanton from Stroman, rather. And here's the pitch home, as that's taken low and away. It's a 3-2 count now. Here's the pitch from Stroman. That is hard hit foul down the line. And it'll be 3-2 once again with that runner on third trying to score him. Here's the pitch home. That is hit on the ground. He will not go home, and we have a tie ball game with 2 away here in the 5th. And in steps Luke Voigt. Michael Wacha and Justin Wilson are kicking in the Mets pen. It's a full count. This is a tie game. It's a fresh game. Headed into the bottom of the 5th. After this... And that is hard hit into center field, not handled, and he'll be in there for what I assume they will be scoring an infield, or not an infield, but I assume they will be scoring a single. In comes Michael Wacha, the former big prospect for the St. Louis Cardinals. And here is the pitch to Gary Sanchez. That is hit on the ground to Ahmed Rosario and mishandled. And they'll have runners on first and second as Ahmed Rosario, another fielding miscue for the New York Metropolitans, as now they have 2 runners on with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Paxton will bat for himself, even though he has given up 4 earned runs. Bit of an interesting decision by the Yankees managerial scheme, as here is the pitch home for Michael Wacha. That's fouled away. It's a 1-2 all over again. 1-2 count now. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch to Paxton. He takes a ball outside. It's a 2-2 count now here in the top of the 5th and a tie. 4-4 Mets-Yankees ball game. Here's the pitch home. That is hard hit. That's actually carrying. Michael Conforto handles it, though. And the inning will finally end. 3 runs cross the board for the New York Yankees as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Marisnik, the pitcher spot, and Jeff McNeil coming up to bat.
GG. That was definitely one of your best offensive games, I think.
Here's the pitch from Paxton home. He's still in this ball game as Marisnik takes a strike. It's a 1-2 count now to Jake Marisnik. Here's the pitch home, and that's a foul tip right into the glove for the first out of the inning. And batting for the pitcher, Michael Wacha, will be Robinson Cano. Coming off the bench, and it's a 4-4 ball game. It's a 2-1 count now to Robbie Cano. Here's the pitch from Paxton. It's a ball low and away. It's a 3-1 count now with Jeff McNeil waiting on deck for the New York Metropolitan. Here's a pitch from James Paxton. It's a ball low, and he will walk.
Keith, that was a really quick game.
Here's the pitch to Jeff McNeil. It's a 2-1 count now with a runner on first and one away here in the bottom of the 5th. That's low. The Yankees pen, if they're not kicking, they're going to have to get kicking. It is looking bad for James Paxton, as I would have batted for him, but I'm not the Yankees manager. That is a ball away. J. Happ now kicking in the Yankees pen. A 1-2 count now with two men on first and second, and one away here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch to Ahmed Rosario. 1-2 home. That is popped right up the chute. The infield fly rule is signaled. Luke Voigt handles it for the second out of the bottom of the 5th. And in steps Pete Alonso. A really favorable matchup for Pete Alonso against the lefty right now, as it's a 1-1 count now with a man on first and second and two away here in the bottom of the 5th. That's hard hit. No way that isn't getting down, as that's in deep right center field. One run will score. Two runners score. The runner will bound second for third, and he will be in there with a stand-up triple. It's a 6-4 New York Mets ball game in the bottom of the 5th. And in comes J. Happ, as that kind of spiraled for James Paxton. You got to question the manager's hook there. Here's the pitch. It's a 2-1 home to J.D. Davis. On the ground, if it's thrown cleanly, a run won't score, and a run won't score. We'll go to the 6th inning. It's a 6-4 New York Mets ball game. Gio Urshela, Brett Gardner, and DJ LeMahieu are coming up to bat for the New York Baseball Yankees. Paul Sewald will come in to pitch for the New York Mets. He pitches a 4-seaming fastball, a slider, a changeup, and a 2-seaming fastball. And here steps Gio Urshela. And a 3-1 count now from Paul Sewald to Gio Urshela here in the top of the 6th. That's hard hit, chasing back the left fielder very hard. That will get down for at least 2 bases. He will round second. No, he will not. He will hold up at second. And Ahmed Rosario will handle the cutoff. So the Yankees have a runner on second. Jeurys Familia and Justin Wilson will kick in the pen for the New York Mets. Here's the 1-2 to Gardy. And he takes strike 3 looking on the outside corner, and that's one away now with one runner in scoring position for DJ LeMahieu, the former Colorado Rockies slugger for the New York Yankees. Here's the pitch from Sewald. That's hard hit down the line, not handled. Runner won't advance, however, and that will be a base hit for LeMahieu, as they'll have runners on first and second for Big Aaron Judge. Judge would like to do something big. He hasn't been that great this series. Here's the pitch to Judge. That's low and away by Wilson Ramos. It's a 2-1 count now in the top of the 6th with 2 runners on and 1 away. Here's the pitch to Big Aaron Judge. That's swung on, hit down the line. If that was fair, it'd be gone, but it is foul. And it's a 2-2 count now with 1 out here in the 6th. Here's the pitch home to Judge. That is low and away. It'll be a full count now with Gleyber Torres lurking on deck. 1 away. Sewald's going to need to make a pitch. Here is the pitch. Shoot, but pop right up, and Wilson Ramos will camp right under it and handle it for the second out of the inning. And in steps Gleyber Torres, looking to really make a difference here in a big 6th inning for the New York Yankees. It's a 2-1 count now, something favorable for Torres. Sewald will pitch, and he swings on a low and away slider, and it's a 2-2 count now with 2 away and 2 men on here in the top of the 6th, and a 6-4 Mets ball game as he takes ball 3. It'll be full now to Gleyber Torres with Giancarlo Stanton wanting some bases loaded or something like that. But that'll be hit on the ground to the third baseman, handled, thrown to Pete Alonso, and the Mets will wiggle out of the jam. The Yankees have 12 hits, and they're out-hitting the Mets by 8, but they're trailing by 2 runs here, headed into the bottom of the 6th. J. Happ remains in. Holder and Green are warming up in the pen, as that's hit on a line to the shortstop Gleyber Torres and thrown on to first for the first out of the bottom of the 6th. In steps Brandon Nimmo. He's had 4 home runs in this series alone, and he's looking to make it 5. Brandon Nimmo, obviously the series MVP. Win or lose, because the Mets have already won this series. Here's the pitch. It's hit on a line, and Brandon Nimmo is going to have another base hit, folks, as that's mishandled by this left fielder and thrown into second and thrown poorly. Brandon Nimmo will be in there with what I assume is a single and an E7. Yeah, that is what the scorer calls it. And in steps Michael Conforto here. Pitch from J. Happ, but that's high and away. It's a 2-1 count now. pitch home. It's a 2-1. Michael Conforto fouled away. 2-2 to Conforto now. Here's the pitch home. Fouled away. Here's a 2-2. And he got him looking right there for the second out of the inning. Here comes Jake Marisnik. It's a 3-1 count now with Brandon Nimmo on second base looking to be scored. Here's the pitch. And that's hard hit on the ground to the third baseman and thrown easily onto first for the third out of the inning. We'll go to the seventh here in the Polo grounds. Giancarlo Stanton, Luke Voit, and Gary Sanchez coming up to bat for the New York Yankees. They're going to need some runs. Here comes Jerry Familia. Not the clutchest pitcher of all time, but not the worst either. Ellen Betances and Edwin Diaz are warming in the pen for the New York Baseball Mets. Here's a 2-1 to Giancarlo Stanton. Here in the top of the seventh. Pitch home. That's hard hit down the line, foul. It'll be a 2-2 count now for Stanton. From Familia, Wilson Ramos gives him the sign, and here comes the pitch home from Jerry's Familia. That'll be fouled away. Stanton really staying alive here in the top of the seventh. The Yankees rather gonna need 2 runs if they want to stay in this ball game and hang around to at least get a win in this series. Pardon me. Be a 2-2 count now to Stanton again as we'll do it all over. Here's the pitch. Familia gets his sign and deals. And that is hard hit. And the right fielder will not handle it. That will drop in. Nimmo can't handle it as that'll be a single. And in steps the first baseman Luke Voit with a runner on first. One little dinky hit can tie it. That's taken away. That'll be a 3-1 count out of Luke Voit. With Gary Sanchez awaiting on deck as he takes a ball inside. The Yankees have 2 base runners now for Gary Sanchez. No outs here in the top of the seventh. It's a huge inning again for the Yankees, who have been getting on base anyway, so how, but just haven't been getting enough runs in. They're down by 2. On deck is the pitcher's spot as here's the pitch to Gary Sanchez in the 6-4 ball game. That's hard hit on the ground, fouled away. If that was fair, that probably would have been a double play. And here's the pitch now to Gary Sanchez. Home. That's fouled away again. They didn't even give me the full animation. What cheap fucks. Here's the pitch. That's fouled away again. We'll do it all over. Quite the at-bats we've been having this inning for the New York Yankees. As here's the pitch home to Gary Sanchez, and it hits him. So the bases will be loaded. Familia is blowing it. And in comes Miggy Andujar with the bases juiced. Here's the 2-1 count now with bases loaded for Miguel Andujar. He swings and misses on a low and away pitch. It'll be a 2-2 count now with the bases juiced. Miguel Andujar. Here's the pitch home on the ground, and this is exactly what the Yankees don't need as a run scores. But it's a double play. And in comes Brad Brock with only 1 base runner on third now. And 2 away as Miggy Andujar drowns into a twin killer. And here's the pitch. As he takes strike 2 now. Brad Brock looking to really wiggle out of this jam as the Mets can maintain the lead here. Going into stretch time. Brian will be singing the 7th inning stretch as that is a strikeout. We will enter the 7th inning stretch. Take it away, Brian.
Take me out to the boat. Take me out to the boat. 1, 2, 3, ball game.
Okay, here comes Zach Britton in to pitch for the New York Yankees as we thank you for that beautiful rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It's a 6-5 Mets ball game here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch home. As Smith takes a ball low, and that'll be a walk. In steps Jeff McNeil with a runner on first. And no way here in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch as he takes a ball inside. It's a 2-1 count now to McNeil. Zach Britton looking to hopefully influence some kind of double play, as I think a breaking ball's coming, and that will get down into center field. The runner will hold. The runner will run on a bobbled ball in left field, and the Mets rather, will have 2 runners in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th. And in steps Ahmed Rosario, as the Yankees, things are not looking very good for them. Here's the pitch. It's the ball low. 2-1 count now. It's runners on second and third. Pitch. Hard hit. And exactly what they needed. As Luke Voigt is right under it for the first out of the inning. No runner advance, obviously. And in comes Peter Alonso in another favorable matchup, as he'll be intentionally walked. Signals the manager. And the bases will be loaded for J.D. Davis. It's a 1-2 count now to J.D. Davis. And here comes the pitch home to J.D. Davis. 1-2 count. Fouled away. Huge at-bat in determining this ball game. Here's the pitch. It's 1-2, and that'll be 2-2, as that's a ball away. Here is the 2-2, as that is hit and speared by the first baseman, effectively saving a run as J.D. Davis is out. And now Wilson Ramos will stand in with bases juiced and 2 away now for the New York Mets. And this is some big insurance. If he can't get a hit here, that's fouled away. It's a 1-2 count. We'll do it all over again. Here's the 1-2 to Wilson Ramos. That's fouled away. Jeff McNeil on second. Here's the pitch from Britton. That's low. It is a 2-2 count. This will be the 23rd pitch for Zach Britton. Really tough day's work, but he's hoping to get out of this jam. That is hit on the ground to the third baseman, thrown on to second, and Zach Britton will wiggle all the way out of the jam. The Mets get the bases loaded, but can't get any runs across. It'll be 5-6 Mets heading into the 8th. Here comes Brett Gardner. Seth Lugo and Edwin Diaz warming up the pen. Brad Brock will continue to pitch for the Mets. And in steps DJ LeMahieu. Pitch home. It's a 2-2 count now. Brian, can you talk for a second? I need to rest my voice.
It's a 2-2 count now, and something just happened in the game.
Let's go.
I cannot help you guys about that, because I am not watching the stream.
That's so unfortunate. It's a 3-2 count now, home.
I can't help you guys with.
That's hit down the line, and that is going to be caught by the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo. What a play. And in comes Dellin Betances to pitch. Here's the pitch. That's fouled away. It's going to be a 1-2 count now with 2 away. And here's the pitch. It's a 2-2 count now to Big Aaron Judge.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good ball. Looked to be
As he takes ball 3, it'll be a 3-2 count now to Big Aaron Judge and a big top of the 8th. Pitch home. That's fouled. And here's the 3-2. Aaron Judge will dink it, and handled by Ahmed Rosario. And a little dinky dunky for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Chad Green is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
And here is Brandon Nimmo. He's having a massive series as he swings and misses there. It's a 1-2 count. Pitch home from Chad Green and a 1-2 count with no way here in the bottom of the 8th. That's fouled away.
this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get.
And that's taken high. 2-2 count. And here's the pitch home. 2-2 count. That's fouled away. Here's the pitch.
Just hung in there on that one.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Brandon Nimmo, and that is swung on and missed for the first out of the bottom of the eighth. And in steps Thomas Nido with one away. The Mets are looking for some insurance. That's swung on and missed again.
Green has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss.
And that'll be swung on an up and in fastball for the second out of the inning. In steps Jake Marisnick, and a big at bat for the Mets as they want to get some insurance before we go to the top half of the ninth. Here's the pitch from Chad Green.
If he doesn't have one, he has the other, and if he has them both, he's nearly impossible to make contact off of.
The 2-1 home.
3-1 home now. Here's the pitch. And fouled away. It'll be a 3-2 count now with 2 away in the bottom of the eighth. And the 3-2 is fouled away now. So, Jake Marisnick looking to make a big difference here for the New York Mets. Chad Green looking to keep this lead at 1 for the New York Yankees. For the New York Yankees in the top half of the ninth, so they can hopefully come back. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Marisnick as that's fouled away again. This is getting crazy, folks. That's hard hit, and the center fielder is chasing back. Brett Gardner ranges all the way back and handles it for the third out of the inning. We'll go to the top of the ninth. Torres, Stanton, and Voit coming up to bat for the Yankees.
Seth Lugo comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Digging in to try it again, Torres.
And in steps Gleyber Torres at a 2-1 count now. He's looking to tie this game up with one big swing of the bat. Here's the pitch to Gleyber Torres from Seth Lugo. It's fouled away. It'll be a 2-2 count now.
The pitch.
And that is swung on and missed for the first out of the inning. Sorry, my voice is being really spasming.
First out of the inning. Woo!
And here's the 1-1 to Giancarlo Stanton. That's hard hit, and the right fielder is not going to get there. Stanton is going to round second base and head for third. He's going to be in there with a triple. And that's a huge base runner for the New York Yankees. By the way, I just made a trade, so I have to post that.
You can send it to me and I'll post.
Oh, I just sent it. And that's hard hit, and that is going to get down. It's a tie ball game. If that's a single, oh my goodness, we are knotted up.
Oh, you got Ohtani.
I did.
He offered me Ohtani, but he didn't say what he wanted because he's ass.
Here's a 1-1 count to Gary Sanchez with a runner on first in a now tie ball game. Pitch to Gary Sanchez. You actually think the Angels win? 3-1 count. Ohtani progresses.
He's ass though. He literally cannot pitch for his life.
I've seen good things when I see him, but we'll see. Plus, I can make him a DH. Here's the pitch.
No, you can't.
Yeah, we do. Don't we have that two-way player, Bill?
Yeah, but he has to pitch. No, he's already a two-way in the game. You can't make two plays.
Okay. I think it'll work out. Pitch home, and that is flied into center field for the second out of the inning. And here is Gio Urshela with 2 runners on. Here's the pitch of Gio Urshela that is swung on and missed. It'll be a 1-2 count now with a man on first and second. 2 away in the top of the 9th. Pitch from Wilson, fouled away. Gio Urshela looking to make a huge difference here in the range for the Yankees. Pitch to Urshela is taken. It's a 2-2 count now with 2 away and 2 men on in a 6-6 ball game. Pitch, and he strikes him out. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th, and New York Mets have a chance to walk it off. Dom Smith, Jeff McNeil, and Ahmed Rosario will bat. As in is Jonathan Holder with Aroldis Chapman kicking in the pen.
Still even at 2-2.
It's a 2-2 count now to Dom Smith as he takes strike 3 up and in. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Tommy Kahnle and Aroldis Chapman are warming in the pen. Here is Tony Gwynn, Jeff McNeil.
In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a
1-2 count. As that's inside and swung on for the second out of the inning. Here comes Ahmed Rosario with 2 away.
Anyway, and he becomes out number 2. From the windup, the 1-1.
Pitch home, and that's taken, but a strike. It's a 1-2 count now. And here's the pitch. That's hit down the line and just foul down the right field line.
1-2 on its way.
And that is taken outside and away. It's a 2-2 count now in the bottom of the 9th for Ahmed Rosario, and he swings and misses. We will go to extra innings here in the Polo Grounds. It's a 6-6 ball game. And in steps Brett Gardner in the top of the 10th. Here's a 2-1 count now from Justin Wilson to Brett Gardner. And here is the pitch. That is hard hit. Chasing back the right fielder, but he is under it for the first out of the inning.
Makes the catch for the first out. In now, DJ LeMahieu is looking for his 3rd hit of the ball game here.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to LeMahieu.
It's a 2-2 now.
It'll now be a 2-2 count now as he swings and misses. Here's the pitch from Wilson to LeMahieu. That is taken for strike 3. It's 2 away now in the top of the 10th. And in steps Big Aaron Judge. He's had a pretty nice day, 2 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Judge. That's fouled away. 2-2 count.
2-2 pitch.
That is hit on the ground, handled by Rosario for the 3rd out of the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. The Mets have another chance to walk it off. Alonso Davis in the pitcher's spot coming up to bat.
Now to the plate, Pete Alonso.
And Pete Alonso is in. That is taken up and in. It's a 2-1 count now from Jonathan Holder to Pete Alonso. Here's the pitch from Holder to Alonso. And that is grooved outside the zone. It's a 3-1 count now with J.D. Davis awaiting on deck. In the bottom of the 10th, here's the pitch as it is swung on and missed by Pete Alonso. It's a full count now. Pitch home, and that's swung on and fouled away. 3-2 will do it all over again. Taken up and in. And that's a walk, and now a 3-1 count to J.D. Davis with Jonathan Holder batting in the bottom of the 10th. A chance for Davis to walk it off. Here's a 3-1 to Davis. Hit on the ground, and that'll get through. The Mets will have runners on second and first. And in steps Eduardo Nunez looking to walk it off for the New York Mets. Jonathan Holder hoping not to blow this. The Yankees came all the way back to tie it up in the 9th. But things are looking bleak with 2 runners on a runner in scoring position. That's hard hit, and that is going to get down. The runners will advance. Oh no, it's a force out at second. So they will get an out, but the runner will advance to third. And now Brandon Nimmo, the hero of the series for the Mets, has a chance to be the ultimate hero of the series for the New York Mets. It's a 2-2 count now to Brandon Nimmo with runners at the corners. Here's the pitch to Nimmo. That is swung on and missed. So Nimmo can't do it, and now Thomas Nitto will have a 1-2 count now with runners at the corners. He wants to walk this off, but can he? Here's the pitch from Jonathan Holder to Thomas Nitto. 1-2 coming home. Here it is, and that's taken low and away. It's a 2-2 count now in the bottom of the 10th. Here's the pitch home. And that's swung on and missed. We will go to the 11th inning here in the Polo grounds.
Edwin Diaz takes the mound to start the 11th inning. Number 39, 11th inning set to get underway. Into the box now, Torres. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
And here comes Gleyber Torres. 3-2 count. Pitch from Edwin Diaz. That's hard hit into deep center field, but that's not going to carry, as that'll be the first out of the inning. Deep center field, that was hit. And Jacob deGrom is kicking in the Mets bullpen. He may make a second appearance of the series for the New York Mets if this game keeps carrying on. Here's the pitch to Giancarlo Stanton in the top of the 11th. Pitch home, hit on the ground, foul. This game's almost been running for an hour. It's been 50 minutes, folks, and we're in the top of the 11th. 2-2 count now to Giancarlo Stanton. He takes it looking on the outside corner. Luke Voigt will come into that with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch from Edwin Diaz to Luke Voigt. That's swung on and missed. It's a 1-2 count now to Luke Voigt. And let's see what he's moving and grooving. Pitch home, 1-2. Swung on and missed. And we will go to the bottom half of the 11th. And it's a 6-6 ball game. Whereas Nick, Dom Smith, and Jeff McNeil are coming up to bat. Tommy Kahnle's in to pitch. Here's the 1-1 to Jake Marisnick. That's hard hit. Not really. Popped up to the second baseman. And DJ LeMahieu handles it for the first out of the bottom of the 11th. Ottavino and Aroldis Chapman are warming up. Tommy Kahnle. 1-2 pitch to Dom Smith. Here it is. Home. That's swung on and missed in the dirt. Gary Sanchez will throw down to Luke Voigt for the second out of the bottom of the 11th. Jeff McNeil stands in to bat for the New York Mets.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day.
Here's the pitch home.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Kahnle, 30 years of age.
2-1 count now to Jeff McNeil. It's fouled away. It's a 2-2 count now in the bottom of the 11th. No, I'm not checking my DM there. 3-2 count now with Ahmed Rosario waiting on deck. Here's the pitch to Jeff McNeil. That is taken, looking. We'll go to the 12th here in the Polo grounds. Sanchez, Tauchman, Urshela coming up to bat. And here is the top of the 12th. Edwin Diaz pitching to Gary Sanchez at 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. He takes strike 2. It's a 3-2 count now to Gary Sanchez. In the top of the 12th. Here's the pitch to Sanchez. That's fouled away. 3-2 home to Gary Sanchez as he swings and misses on a strike right down the middle. Mike Tauchman will bat. 1-1 count now with 1 away in the top of the 12th. 1-1 pitch taken for strike 2. It's a 1-2 count now to Mike Tauchman. Edwin Diaz pitching for the New York Mets. He's been pretty good so far as that swung on and missed for the second strikeout of the inning. Here's Gio Urshela, 2 for 6 on the day. He could really, anybody could really use a big hit right now. Here's the 1-1 count to Gio Urshela. That's swung on, hit on the ground. Ahmed Rosario, Luke Voigt for the third out at the top of the 12th. And in steps Ahmed Rosario. It's a 1-2 count now from Tommy Kahnle to Ahmed Rosario in the bottom of the 12th. Here's the pitch home. That's fouled away. It'll do it all over again. 1-2. Pitch home from Ahmed Rosario. That's hard hit, and that will get down for a single. So the Mets are on the base paths here in the bottom of the 12th. As in steps Pete Alonso, have a 3-1 count now with a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's taken. Ball up and in. I'm getting tired, folks. The winning run is on second base. Here comes J.D. Davis with no outs in the bottom of the 12th. Pitch to J.D. Davis is fouled away. It's a 1-2 count now. Please don't ground into a triple play. Here's the pitch to J.D. Davis. It's a 1-2 count now. Tommy Kahnle, yada yada yada. Pitch to Gary Sanchez, and he strikes him out. And Edwin Diaz will bat for himself with one away in the bottom of the 12th. Jacob deGrom was warming up as Edwin Diaz takes the ball. It's a 2-1 count. I don't think Edwin Diaz is going to be walking this one off, folks. Here's the pitch. It's on the ground. It's a good bunt, but they'll throw on to second, and he's out, but Edwin Diaz is safe. So the sacrifice doesn't exactly work out as they have runners at the corners now for Brandon Nimmo, who is already the hero, but he's looking to be a big hero. Here's the pitch to Brandon Nimmo. Fouled away. It's a 1-2 count now with runners at the corners in the bottom of the 12th in a tie ball game with 2 away. Here's the pitch to Brandon Nimmo, the 1-2 from Kahnle to Nimmo. That is in the dirt and mishandled, but then handled by Gary Sanchez. And it'll be a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch to Nimmo. That is hard hit into left field and down! And the Mets win it on a Brandon Nimmo bloop single. The Mets win the ball game as they walk it off in the bottom of the 12th. And the Mets sweep the series. What a game for Brandon Nimmo. What a series for Brandon Nimmo. He has 4 home runs and he walks off game 3. A huge win for Brandon Nimmo and the New York Mets. But Pete Alonso is your player this game as the Mets end up sweeping the entire series. How about it, folks? As the rain continues to fall, 7-6 Mets is the final in 12 here at the Polo Grounds.